I'll be going to the University of
the Sooners, Oklahoma.
Well, Brent Venables lands one of the highest-ranked defensive linemen in program history. IMG and Del City's David Stone says he was thinking Miami, but chooses Oklahoma. Dusty joining us now, and all you got to say, Dusty, is kudos to Brent Venables and staff for relentlessly just knocking on the door. I mean, with significant NIL disadvantages, they finally reeled in the big fish. We called it a must because of widespread implications. You lose Stone, and man, you get deflated and scrambling. Confident in getting the nation's #1 lineman. The past 2 seasons, OU lost DJ Hicks to A&M, Winery to Missouri. But now there's confidence, more true talent, obviously, with others surely to follow. And OU can now stack 3 defensive 5-stars, Stone and freshman Adebawore and Peyton Bowen. Now that is momentum.
And it's all about the line of scrimmage, right? Defensive line, that's what Oklahoma has been needing to get and hit on. And when you've got one that's from right in your backyard, you have to get it. This was, as Dean said, a must-get for Coach Venables, Coach Bates. Big time for Coach Bates to finally land a big-time 5-star defensive tackle. And don't forget, signing day is until December, so you have to continue to do your work with him. But now he's helping you in recruiting and trying to bring in some of those other highly talented defensive linemen. If you want to compete at the highest level in the Big 12 and especially the SEC, you better get those kind of D linemen. Huge get for Coach Venables in Oklahoma.
Well, you should know, huh? Hey, I tell you what, guys that are that ballyhooed, Jonathan, that's for you. Guys that are ballyhooed,
yes,
usually produce. You know, you look back at it over the years, the percentages are pretty good.
To me, this is as big. You have to go back to Gerald McCoy. The last time there was a defensive lineman, a defensive lineman that committed from the state of Oklahoma that can impact the Sooners defense the way McCoy did. Boy, if he's anything even close to Gerald, that'll be good for this team.
Very good. OU beats Texas for the commitment of Denton Geyer, cornerback. Eli Bowen, sound familiar? The younger brother of 5-star OU freshman. We just mentioned him, safety. Peyton Bowen, 37th ranked corner. At Heritage Hall, Andy Bass donned the crimson cap and shouty Boomer Sooner. Aggressive, versatile athlete committing, 100-meter state champ and quarterback the Chargers to a state title. A pair of 3-star commits who some would wager to play well above that designation.
Well, guys, the Sooners do come into the 2023 season one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the conference, guys already on the team. Dylan Gabriel says he's more comfortable heading into year 2 in Norman, and he feels his downfield accuracy has improved. Waiting in the wings, talented freshman Jackson Arnold. And don't be surprised if the Sooners try to get him some live game reps early and often this season.
He'll be a guy that, you know, we'll have to find our opportunities to get him experience, and so we don't get into a place where we have to play him. If that moment comes and he hasn't played, or doesn't feel comfortable, or he's limited in what he can do. And but Jackson's got an incredible future.
A bit surprising to some, but Mike Gundy said last week he expects Oklahoma State to play multiple quarterbacks, potentially, quote, for a while. Most expected Michigan and Texas Tech transfer Alan Bowman to win the job, but sophomore Garrett Rangel has impressed in camp, as has Gunnar Gundy. Coach Gundy is all about riding the hot hand.
We will play multiple quarterbacks, maybe for quite a while, I'm not sure. You could ask the 5, 6, 7, 8 people that watch us practice all the time, and it would really be hard to name one guy and say, okay, he deserves to play more than the others.
You know, generally speaking, I'm not keen on that, but Dusty, you know, if there's indecision, you got to get it right. Take your time, and I can see it with Mike and Stillwater. Bowman's been out of the game for a while, and number 2, Rangel, is better than some think, with an upside. And then there's the coach and son, Gunnar. A shot there, doing the right thing, I think.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think that all 3 of these guys are capable. Alan Bowman, I still think with his experience, he's the guy that I'm leaning on. I think Rangel's got the biggest arm. I think Gunnar Gundy is the best athlete of the bunch. I think, though, you want to figure this out sooner than later. I don't think you want to keep rotating quarterbacks in all throughout the season. So use this first game. You're going to Arizona State really quickly. I think they want to figure out this quarterback situation sooner rather than later.
Yeah. First in football,